jack up underneath the center frame. You don't want to lift the car too much. You just want it to support the frame. So you want there to be a little bit of tension, but definitely you do not want to be lifting up the car too much because you want to be able to drain out all of the radiator fluid that you can. Secondly, before you start, you want to make sure you disconnect your negative terminal. We're doing that just to make sure that we don't get zapped. There are a few electrical connections with the radiator, and it's always better to be safe than sorry. And lastly, on the radiator cap, you want to take off the hose that leads to the radiator reservoir, and that is so that you aren't draining out just a whole bunch of needless fluid, because the reservoir obviously acts like a siphon and will just suck up all of that fluid that's in the reservoir if you leave a vacuumed space, which will happen if you drain the fluid out from the bottom of the radiator. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here's the front of the vehicle. Go underneath it. And right here, you'll see okay, well, normally a bunch of coolant will be spilling out, but it looks like the leak has been bad enough to where it has leaked out completely. So, you're gonna make sure that you get this out at least. It's the drain plug. And yeah, and then this is like, I think, an overflow thing, I'm not sure, but a bunch of coolant should be leaking out right now, draining out, but there's not. So, move on to the next step. You can leave this on, I guess. And then you probably will have to use a flathead. I already started doing this, and so it's already loosened, but you probably have to use a flathead to loosen it, of course. Now you want to make sure that all of the coolant has been drained out before you do this. And some leftover coolant may spill out, but hopefully not too much. Underneath, and you will see one more hose. So let's get this one off. And we loosened it as well. Oh shit, okay. You can also use it. Just remove two. now that we've gotten all of the hoses disconnected, we can go ahead and go under the car and remove the bolts that are at each end of the radiator. And they're basically bolts that hold the radiator into place. So right here, that's the bolt that you're going to want to remove. And it's on the outside of these mounting holes. So it looks like this part of my radiator already broke, and so the bolt wasn't even holding anything in place. Since it's not even bolted in, I'm not even going to worry about it until I get the radiator out. Do the same thing with the other side. Let's check out the other side. Over here and on this side, the bolt does not appear to be broken, so this will actually do us some good. I would think that yours should not be this loose, but... Alright, so we have the bottom bolts undone, and now we can move to the top bolts. So the top is a 12mm. Dish for all your stuff. And then this will actually just come off. Do the same on the other side. And the same on this side. Its footing. Now, if you remember those two little mounting holes where there were pegs inserted, those pegs were part of the radiator. And so what you're doing now is you're basically just removing those pegs out of those mounting holes and lifting the entire radiator up from its position. I'll take this cord connector with you, and you just take the whole thing out. Hey guys, so I'm on day 2 of this radiator repair. I had to stop because it's getting a little too late. So here we are, I put the radiator out and we're going to see what extent the damage is. And to do that, we're going to have to remove the fans and the frame for the fans. So, if you can see, I already removed one of the bolts right here. It looks like there's quite a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 2 bolts missing. They're 10mm. Keep that in mind. Okay. Alright, so they're 10mm. And I'm missing this one, but I guess this one, for mine, the frame broke off of it anyway, so I won't worry about that. This side, keep in mind, I am missing this one that we have in right here. Okay, now we can undo this right here. So like this one. And upon inspection, I noticed that one of these fans is broken off, so I definitely will at least need to get this fan replaced.
Alright, so definitely have something going on right here. Definitely have a lot going on here, but I don't see any. You need a new drain plug as well, but until then, I'm just going to put this stuff in there. This is a mold maker, so it's just made out of silicone, so it'll easily come off when it's dry. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tiny little dot right there that is the hole where the leak is coming from. And then this is also where I'm going to put some of the repair goo on right here. Alright, so first you want to firmly apply pressure to lower half the pouch to burst center seam. Knead the entire pouch until product is thoroughly mixed, and then cut open the corner of pouch. I wonder... Aha, right there. And this is a very temporary fix. I decided I'm going to have to order one online and just replace it because I don't want my radiator to look like this. And just sand it and then it'll be done. Alright. So it's pretty dry to the touch, but you do want to let it cure overnight. So after it's done curing overnight, you're ready to put it back into your car. I am going to wait until I get the new fan that I ordered. I will be most likely ordering a new radiator as well, because I don't want to keep driving with this amount of damage in the radiator. It's good for a temporary amount of time, but definitely don't want it to be a permanent fix. So I will be ordering a new radiator and fan, and I will definitely have part 2 to this video coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please gently caress that like button for me, and if you really liked the video, consider subscribing. I'm the Jackie of all trades, and this was repairing the radiator in a 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse. See you next time.